So I wanted to talk about clean NFTs because they exist, and if you have absolutely no idea what NFTs are, check out this video over here first. But if you've been living under a rock, NFTs have been the talk of the town in the digital art world, and because I've been researching a lot for myself in order to sell my digital artwork, I wanted to explain what clean NFTs are and show you step by step how to mint your own. For more art and entrepreneurship type videos, make sure to like this video, jingle all my bells and buttons, 1, to help me feed that algorithm, and 2, for new videos every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm Janet, the ex-Disney artist turned independent creator. I went full-time as an independent artist last year, and I'm always sharing my latest and greatest techniques and strategies on how to monetize your creative passions so that you can also go independent as well. Also, as a disclaimer, I think I have to say this if it weren't already obvious. I am an artist, I am not a financial expert. I'm just sharing some stuff that I've learned so that hopefully it can be helpful to you as well. With that being said, let's get started. So first things first, what are clean NFTs and why are they important? I think first and foremost, in order to explain what clean NFTs are, I have to kind of explain the drama surrounding NFTs in the art world. In the art sphere, for some reason, there are people in two camps. People who really hate NFTs and people who love them. The ones that hate NFTs basically hate them because they think NFTs are ruining the environment. They say that it costs a lot of energy to mint a single NFT, and therefore, for the sake of the environment, they will never create an NFT ever. So to figure out where I stand on the matter, I decided to do a bunch of research. And in order to explain whether or not NFTs do or do not hurt the environment, I kind of have to explain how different cryptocurrencies work. And I will try to do so as simply as possible so that even artists can understand. Because I am an artist, I'm not a tech nerd, I will try my best. Let me show you how polarizing this whole thing is. If you type in, "Are NFTs bad for the environment?" you get a bunch of different articles explaining why they are bad for the environment. And coincidentally, they are all written around the same exact time. So that wasn't really the extent of the research that I did, because I noticed that's kind of the extent of research that a lot of other artists did. I personally wanted to know exactly why, because cryptocurrencies have been around for a while. Why is this the first time anyone was talking about how they're bad for the environment? And in order to explain the energy consumption part of it, I kind of have to explain how these cryptocurrencies work. The two most popular cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum, work on a proof of work mechanism. Without getting into too much detail, this system requires some energy in order to work. According to Investopedia, proof of work is used widely in cryptocurrency mining for validating transactions and mining new tokens. So in order to mine a new Bitcoin, it requires a certain amount of energy. But not all cryptocurrencies are on the proof of work system. Some are on the proof of stake system. According to Investopedia, what is proof of stake? The proof of stake concept states that a person can mine or validate block transactions according to how many coins they hold. This means that the more coins owned by a miner, the more mining power they have. In the key takeaways, the proof of work requires huge amounts of energy, with miners needing to sell their coins to ultimately foot the bill. Proof of stake gives mining power based on the percentage of coins held by a miner. If that didn't make any sense to you, basically, proof of stake costs less energy than proof of work, and there are cryptocurrencies that run on this system. One thing I'd like to mention about this whole consuming energy topic is that literally everything you do on the internet requires some amount of energy. That includes sending emails, using Google, using YouTube, watching and uploading YouTube videos, all require a huge amount of energy. Because I think a lot of people have a fundamental misunderstanding about how NFTs are minted. Just like how if you're watching this YouTube video, you're not necessarily consuming a huge amount of energy. You're consuming the amount of energy that it takes to run your computer, to run your lights, to charge your phone, whatever it is. It is YouTube who is actually consuming a huge amount of energy because of all the servers it takes to hold all the data of YouTube videos. From what I understand, NFTs are the same way. No one artist is consuming a lot of energy. Bitcoin and Ethereum consume energy just for existing, because to have the entire cryptocurrency to exist, the whole thing consumes energy. It's not just any one person, if that makes sense. I also find it a little bit interesting that the same people who are complaining about NFTs using a lot of energy are the same people who are complaining about it on an iPhone. So much for sustainability. And the interesting thing is they're directing their vitriol towards other artists, particularly the ones who are doing well for themselves. But they don't complain about cryptocurrency as a whole, because there are a whole lot more people who just simply invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum and have nothing to do with NFTs at all. I mean, cryptocurrency has existed for a few years now, yet this is the first time I'm hearing people complain about the energy consumption. Nor do they yell at the investors or collectors at all. Nor can they explain everything that I just explained back to me, nor do they even understand how to get cryptocurrency. Like, I don't even think they understand how to even get a Bitcoin. So that brings me to clean NFTs. First, most NFTs are created on the Ethereum blockchain. And as I mentioned before, Ethereum is currently on the proof of work system. But there will be an update coming soon to Ethereum where they will be transitioning to proof of stake, meaning all this alarmism about NFTs and Ethereum and Bitcoin and all this stuff is a little bit out of blown, because it won't always be consuming a lot of energy. And because the NFT community is full of artists and tech people who are very forward-thinking, the people in the NFT community are actually very pro-environment. No one wants to be ruining or destroying the environment, so they are already trying their best to innovate around this problem. Which brings me to Tezos. Again, according to Investopedia, Tezos is a blockchain network linked to a digital token, which is called a Tez or a Tezi. Tezos is not based on the mining of Tez. Instead, token holders receive a reward for taking part in the proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. So long story short, Tezos is a cryptocurrency that is considered a clean cryptocurrency because it is proof-of-stake, using much less energy than all the other cryptocurrencies currently. Again, with the NFT community being very forward-thinking, they created an NFT marketplace using Tezos so that they can create clean NFTs. Now, Tezos isn't the only one. There's also Wax, for example. But as I was trying to enter this NFT community, I learned that not all cryptocurrencies or NFTs created with the currency are worth the same. Most collectors want to buy NFTs that are on the Ethereum blockchain for a reason, because they believe in Ethereum. These collectors / investors, they want to make money. A lot of them aren't simply buying the art for the sake of the art, they're buying it as a fine art investment in a way. A lot of them want to flip or buy art that will eventually turn into millions or thousands of dollars later on, which is why a lot of them typically buy on the Ethereum blockchain. So when I was looking into clean NFTs, Tezos was a great option, particularly because of how much it is worth. When you type in how much Tezos coin is worth into Google, it shows you it currently is at $6.55. That is kind of a big deal, because a lot of other cryptocurrencies that aren't Bitcoin or Ethereum, they're not worth all that much. The fact that Tezos is worth $6 means that artists can actually make money by selling their art using Tezos. For example, if you sell your artwork for 1 Tezos, you're making $6. If Tezos increases in value even by $1, someone who has bought your work could in turn sell your work and make a profit off of that. So not all NFTs are worth the same amount simply because of the platform and the cryptocurrency that it is minted on. The best example is Ethereum. So today it had a high of $4,365.21. That is exactly why investors and collectors care about which platform, which cryptocurrency your NFT is minted on. Let me know down below if you are considering minting clean NFTs now that you know about them. So that brings me to the Tezos Clean NFT platform, and hopefully I am pronouncing this right, Hic Et Nunc. This is the platform that is gaining a whole lot of popularity and steam in the NFT community. There are so many artists that are currently using this platform in order to mint their clean NFTs. One of the benefits of Tezos is that it is extremely cheap to mint an NFT. And if you didn't already know, and I kind of explained this in my other video showing how to mint an NFT, it costs gas money, a fee basically, to mint an NFT. Right now, because Ethereum is skyrocketing, gas prices are extremely high. It costs anywhere between $200 to $400 just to list an NFT using Ethereum. But with Tezos, it literally costs a few cents. That makes it so the barrier to entry, meaning new digital artists, can create work super cheap and start learning the process of how to mint an NFT and getting their feet wet with NFTs. And the really cool thing about Tezos, if you do buy something that is minted on the Tezos blockchain, it does hold some amount of value. So in my opinion, if you are a collector or an investor, which artists can be collectors and investors as well. I myself want to start collecting other people's art. You do have some peace of mind that what you are collecting will hold value in the long term compared to a lot of other currencies that aren't worth as much. So let me walk you through the steps on how to mint your first clean NFT. First, you need a wallet. The one that I'm using specifically for Tezos is Temple Wallet. I like it because it's very similar to MetaMask in a lot of ways, which is the wallet that is commonly used for Ethereum. And once you have your wallet set up, you need to get some Tezos to start. You can probably start with a few bucks of Tezos. You can head over to exchanges like Coinbase to get started trading and buying cryptocurrencies, specifically Tezos for this case. And we'll have a link down below if you want to sign up and get some free Bitcoin. I would recommend getting 1 or 2 Tezos to start, so like $10 to $20 worth, and then transferring it over to your Temple wallet. Once you have a wallet and some Tezos in your wallet, you head over to Hic Et Nunc and you click on sync. From there, you can sync whichever wallet you decided to get, and there you have it. Your account has been created and you can start minting. If you click on this menu icon, click on object, this is where you mint. So here you can put a title, description, tags. This is how many editions you want to create of your NFT, similar to having a 5 of 5 print run of a piece. Royalties, which determines how much royalties you get on the secondary market. When someone else decides to sell your art, you will get a cut. And you can upload your object, which is your file. And it supports so many different file types. Once you hit the next page, you will get a preview of what your NFT is going to look like on the site. You get a really nice big display of your NFT. It can move if you have animation, GIFs, movement to your piece. It'll show the title, description, and tags, and then it will show you that it will mint 5 objects, so 5 variations of this. And at the very bottom here, it says that this operation costs 0.08 Tez, and your royalties upon each sale are 10%, because that's what I entered. So that is really affordable. Once you're ready, it's super simple, just hit mint, and there you have it. That's how you mint an NFT on Hic Et Nunc. If you'd like to learn more about how to use social media to grow your online business, check out my free guide, 8 Steps to Launch Your Online Store. If you'd like to help support this channel, head over to honeyandabsinthe.com to buy my merch. All the links to my NFTs will also be linked down below. Check out these other videos to learn more about how to grow on social media and other helpful tips and tricks to grow your art business. And if you like the video, please help me feed the algorithm gods by liking the video, jingling all my bells and buttons. And don't forget to dare to dream.